Currently, it is 1:30 a.m. Eastern time, my time. So good morning, you freaks. I was messed up. I shouldn't have said that. Good morning, friends. Last video, we did a reaction to the top 10 places to visit. This video here is called Visit England. And the interesting thing is it's the don'ts of visiting England. So I don't know what to expect, like probably some laws in here or just some etiquette that you would abide by once you're over in the motherland. So let's take a look at this. I'm kind of pumped. This is by, who's this channel? Walter's World. So let's check him out. Let's see what he has to say. I think he's American because I clicked on it. He started talking for like 3 seconds. Had to rewind it. So, yep. Here we go. Let's check it out. Hopefully the audio is good for you guys. I need to fix something. Hold on. Okay. I think I figured it out. All right. So we're going to start it up. That was ridiculous. Here we go. Visit England. The do's, the don'ts. The don'ts of visiting England. Here we go.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we are back in England for the things you don't want to do when you come to England. Now, the first don't I have for you is, don't worry if you don't understand the English. You may have spoken English, or you thought you spoke English, since birth. You may think you're a native speaker, but don't be surprised if sometimes you might not understand people here in England, because they do have various accents, but also some of the colloquialisms and sayings and phrases they do use here sometimes can throw you off thinking, oh wait, is he trying to be mean to me, or is that a joke? I'm not sure.
Okay, I figured this would be one of them. Like, I don't know where the don'ts are going to be. I guess you're just saying don't be, like, I don't know. It's just different. Like, we say, what do we call them? You guys call them ice lollies. We call them ice or popsicles. You know, that was one of the things I knew that was a big, it's not the biggest difference, but it was just one of those things, like, just you say lift, we say elevator, you know, it's completely different. So yeah, there's a lot of words, I guess, that would be used differently in somewhere like brawly. I don't know what that is. Gaff, I have no clue. Legate, gobsmacked, minging, I don't know what any of those are. I don't know what cheeky is, but clearly I hear it often through Hollywood portrayal of, you know, the English.
You know, and the humor here can be very different, so don't worry if you don't understand the English. The second
what is that guy doing?
Don't be scared of the food. Now, don't expect to have a culinary masterpiece every day here, but
I don't think I'd be scared of the food. A lot of the food I grew up on, its roots are based in, you know, English, you know, it's like, so I'm from the Southeast in America, which is like the South, like everyone owns a gun, all this, you know, it's just, it's wild. Comfort food is a big deal. A lot of our comfort food originates from that, and some, you know, we got some Cajun inspired dishes, and we're a little bit all over the place, but dude, we love fried fish and potatoes. My God.
But don't be scared to try the food. I know a lot of people talk about England and it's kind of like, oh, there's cool sights in the countryside, da da da.
What is that? What is this thing? What is that? Is that like a meat pie? It's potatoes, peas. I don't know what that is. It looks like tartar sauce. I don't know what that is.
England, and it's kind of like, oh, there's cool sights in the countryside, da da da. But the food, oh my God. Look, I've been coming to England for about 20 years now, and I actually have seen the food getting better. There's tons of international food, there's tons of different restaurants throughout the country, but the thing is, the traditional English food can be pretty fun. If you
Fish and chips. Like, when people think English food, that's like, in America, that's one of the first things we think of is fish and chips. When we call it fish and chips here, it's become such a staple across the pond that we do call it fish and chips, so we honor its name.
You go to a pub and you have, you know, your steak and kidney pie or your shepherd's pie, or you go for a Sunday roast. I mean, it's Sunday tomorrow, and I'm kind of excited to hit the pub to have a Sunday roast with Yorkshire pudding.
Don't call it, this dude's talking a lot. Don't call it an English muffin, call it a crumpet. And yes, they're different. Well, that doesn't look like a muffin to me, so I would definitely call it a crumpet. Yeah, that doesn't look like any of our muffins.
Be be surprised that you might actually like the food here. So don't be scared about the food, okay? It can work out just fine. Now, the third don't I have for you is don't just stay in hotels. One of the quintessential parts.
All right, so I'm sorry I keep pausing this, dude, but like this guy's talking like we're paranoid about coming over there, and that's not the case. Like we're not paranoid about coming over there. And we're definitely not paranoid about eating food. Like if you put it in front of us and we see people eating it, we're probably going to eat it. So we're not prudes. I don't know what's going on here, but all right. Number 3, don't just stay in hotels. England has so many great accommodation options. Yeah. Like, so we're thinking about getting a trip to Ireland sometime within the next decade. And we'd love to stay in like a cottage. We don't really want to stay in a touristy part of town. It'd be really cool to go to Galway and find like an inn or something, or something sweet, simple, and just see the countryside rather than put up with all the touristy part of Dublin or something. So
parts of coming to England and driving around England and going through England is to stay in the B&Bs, the bed and breakfasts, because they have a whole network of B&Bs throughout the countries, in big city, in small towns and villages out in the countryside. And it really is a quintessential part of visiting England, because what's cool is you're staying with a family and they're going to talk to you, they're going to give you the tourist information, they're going to give you the stories, the history. You're in their home and you see, wow, so this is how English people live, this is how things are, and it gives you this cool idea. And that's one thing I really want to say is, look, you're not staying at Ibis all the time, okay? Go stay in a...
What is that? You know what? I'm not even playing. I know what that is, dude. Because deploying, like a lot of different nations deploy to the same locations. So we have a lot of outlets that involve this. And we always thought it was way overly complicated looking. It is pretty wild. Whereas like, here's us. Like, it's so different.
B&B, so you can really get a feel of the place. And one of the really best parts, if you're going to some of these smaller towns and stuff like that, stay in the B&Bs. Sometimes your only option, but it's definitely the best option when you're here. And also, to tie it in with the second thing about the food, usually you get a full English breakfast with it,
Yes, I love English breakfast. I love it. I'm missing the blood pudding because I actually really enjoy it. Or blood sausage, however the person prepares it. I don't eat the tomatoes. I don't like raw tomatoes, but man, I love some beans in the morning.
With the black sausage, the black sausage and the bangers, the normal sausage, and the beans and the toast and the eggs and the fried tomatoes and mushrooms and all those things. And it just feels like a really special experience. Now, the fourth don't we have is don't be scared to drive. I know they drive on the left-hand side of the road.
This has always freaked me out. Like, seriously, like if I get in the car, will I forget that I'm on the wrong side of the road while I'm driving? Will I kill somebody? Like, dear God, help me. I don't know. I've watched enough transporter movies to probably know how to drive around. I'm just kidding. I can drive a car, but can I sit in what we Americans call the passenger seat and drive? And then can I drive on the left side of the road? That's crazy.
Here, which can be a little confusing or off-putting for travelers when they come here. But the thing is, public transport is really kind of expensive here. Taking the train throughout the country, oh my God, it is expensive. So you're going to want to rent a car because you can get to all these little tiny villages and see the stately homes and that Downton Abbey stuff you want to see. You can go and see those things with your own car. So don't be afraid to rent a car here. However, I will warn you, when you first driving down the other side of the road, it is a bit, off-putting. You're like, oh my, am I going the right way? And then when you hit your first roundabout, good luck, my friends, good luck. But don't be scared to drive, because you want to drive throughout this country. And if you are going to be driving, I do recommend getting the GPS for you, because when you're driving the other side of the road, you're going to be so concentrated on that sometimes you'll miss the turnoffs and stuff. And with all the roundabouts and everything, GPS, just a lot easier to deal with. I'll just tell you that one right now. Another thing that kind of deals with that other side of the road driving is don't forget to look right when you cross the street. Look, they're driving on the left side of the road, so the cars come from the...
That's a really good point. Because, when you step out in the middle of the, road here, you look left. And you're like, oh, we're good. And then, bam, you die.
Right, not the left. And I can't tell you, I've been in York, I've been here in London, I've been in Cambridge, Brighton, throughout most of the districts around this country, and tourists from everywhere in Europe and everywhere in the US, they come walking in and they look left, and the car's coming this way, and it's like, beep, beep, oh my God. and you have that almost death-defying or a death-inducing moment. So don't forget to look right when you cross the street. Remember, it's right, right, because the cars are coming from that way because they drive on the left hand here, left-hand side. So please don't get killed, okay? So don't forget to look right.
Don't get
now,
killed.
the sixth don't we have for you is don't think that London is England. London is a great city. It's an international city, but it's not all what England is.
I agree with this. I think a lot of people, they kind of pedestal certain cities above the rest of the country, like America. People think New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Seattle, San Diego, San Francisco. I can go on, all these. But, dude, there's so much more going on in America than those cities. And I would be ignorant to think that it wouldn't be the same for England, Scotland, and, you know, Western Europe. You know, I don't think about only London. I think about Birmingham, and I think about Bristol. I think about Edinburgh, Glasgow. You know, these are the big cities we hear about, but we don't hear much about a lot of other cities. Yeah, I mean, I concur with this.
It's like saying, I went to New York, so I saw America. No, it's not like that. Or I went to Berlin and I saw true Germany. No, Berlin, New York, London, they're very cosmopolitan cities with people from all over, and it's just such a cool melting pot that London isn't just England. There's so much more to see out there, so definitely get out and explore the countryside, because I'm serious, you go to York, you'll fall in love. You'll go to the beach by Brighton, or see the cliffs of Dover, or go to, you know, go to Cheshire and all the kinds of cool places. You're gonna have a great time, but realize that, look, England is not just London.
Wait, is this dude just like posing?
You're gonna have a great time.
Wait, you can't see. Hold on. Is this dude just like? Is he posing, or is this a picture, or is he for real? Okay, well, it is what it is. We continue.
But realize that, look, England is not just London. Get out and explore this country. And kind of also going with that, remember, England is not Britain. They're two different kind of things. Britain makes up, you know, Scotland, Wales, England all together. So if you see people that are English, they're different than British overall. A Scotsman will be upset if you call them an Englishman.
Remember we did this video?
It'll be probably okay if you say they're British, all right? So just know that one. Don't mess up the British English with people around here, okay? Now, the seventh thing I want to say, don't forget your P's and Q's, i.e. don't forget your politeness and knowing how to stand in the queue here. Because people in England are extremely polite, sometimes to a fault. Like, I feel like I've said sorry enough, but I feel like I need to say sorry more. And you'll get sorries if someone bumps into you and stuff. They'll say sorry, excuse me. You need to do the same thing. So when you come...
It is a criminal offense. This is interesting. There's a C right here instead of an S. Wait, how do we word that? Hold on. Yeah, we spell it with a...
Consult the Book of Armament.
Oh, no, I guess it is the C. Am I stupid? No, we do both. Okay, cool. We do both. That's confusing. To throw down litter. Offense of littering is covered in Section 87 of 88 Environmental Protection Act, EPA 1990. Maximum penalty, 75. Is that euros? I don't know. God, I'm so stupid. All right.
Come here, make sure you do bring your manners. That's why we all wish, I wish my boys could grow up to be an English gentleman. Now, not everywhere are they English gentlemen. I mean, go to a pub late at night with
birds
beers
back
going
here,
around,
dude.
you'll be like, what? There's no English gentleman here. Yeah, there is that. But in general, manners are a very important thing here, so make sure you don't forget your manners. But also, don't queue jump, i.e. don't butt in line. They do not like that here. They are very much, we have our line, you stay in your line.
Well, we don't like that here either. So I just want you guys to know that I don't think he's trying to depict us as like line jumpers, but like we hate that too. So it's not okay to do it here either.
You do not mess with the line. So get to the end of the line. So just know that one, because that's one thing I see that I get most of the tourists where people get upset.
Tourist pictures only. Oh, you still have actual telephone booths. That's so cool. That's so Superman.
Is the line butting and stuff, because, you know, Germany, it's like a mad rush for a door or something like that. Here, we'll wait in line. It'll be fine. Let the people come out of the tube. We'll go into the tube. Let people get out of the train. Let people get in the train. So you do have that. So don't forget your manners, okay? Your P's and Q's, don't forget those.
Yes,
and
sir.
The eighth thing you don't want to forget when you come here is a raincoat. Now, I've been here and I've been very lucky. This is my 4th day here, and there's still no rain. So yes, it does happen that it doesn't rain here. It's not like it rains every day in England, okay? But I will say, if you are gonna come here, even in the summer, bring a light waterproof jacket, but more importantly, bring waterproof shoes, because that's where you're really gonna get wet, because you can buy.
We really do have a conception that it always rains there. I don't know why that is. We just assume that, but yeah, I don't know where that started.
An umbrella for like 5 pounds, 10 pounds, no problem. So, but just don't forget that waterproof jacket, because you will eventually need it, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been very lucky this time. I've been coming here for 20 years, and this is probably the second time I've actually had like nice weather the whole time. So it's awesome when you have it, but it doesn't always happen. And the 9th don't I have for you is don't forget to go to the pub. This is definitely a pub culture place.
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka.
I would not forget to go to the pub.
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer.
Why would you not do that?
More whiskey and more beer.
Go and have your pint, enjoy the talking, the people, all kinds of stuff, and you will enjoy it. So I hope that helps you know what don't to do when you are here in England. If you want to learn more, 5 things you love and hate about London, 10 things that'll shock you about England, check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we really appreciate your likes, subscriptions, and we hope you have a great time here in England. And well, don't forget to have a good time. All right, bye from England.
That's a nice dude. That was a really nice guy. You guys, I'm gonna put his link down low. Also, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe to the channel. That was insane. So obviously there's a lot of things that are kind of like duh, but this is an American, so it's easy for me to relate. It'd be really cool to find one where an English individual would tell us, okay, this is actually what you don't want to do, because it'd be really cool to hear your side of the story. The last 2 videos we've done have been an American telling things, which is different, you know, and it may not be all in your alley, but at the same time, if you think for me, I can relate to it coming from his side. But at the same time, this gentleman's a really nice dude. I think he meant well, but he didn't try to depict this way. But I'm still gonna say we're not line jumpers, and there are a small group of us that are still very polite. We got a very opinionated nation though in some areas, but we won't talk about them. But hey, thanks for liking, subscribing, for hanging out. Leave a comment. Please let me know what video you want me to do. I'm looking for videos. Put it in the comment. Don't forget, put it in the comment. Okay. All right, I'll see you guys soon.